Postman Patt kjørte over sin egen katt. Den stakkars lille pusen ble krønsja ned I grusen, og blod og gørr det spruta overalt.
Hello, Njål here, and you know what? I have just recently been playing through Death Stranding, and I feel like ranting, complaining and praising the game for a great many reasons. Like all of Kojima's productions, there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, and there's a lot of clumsy. And to be honest, that's not half of the issue with these games in the first place. So, first of all, one of the main problems I'm going to complain about is the fact that weapon combat is really bad. And the menus can be a bit clumsy getting used to. Oh yeah, so the gameplay loop is fairly simple and actually a bit rudimentary. You do deliveries. You are a glorified postman. So, of course, before you can go on any adventure, need equipment, and that requires resources. Resources you gain from doing objectives, resources you gain from collecting from recycling materials found strewn all over the terrain. So, one of the little gimmicks is that everything is in a box. And I do mean everything. And then you go into here and adjust the placements, because weight will affect how things play out and work. So, as for example, let's see if I want to go over to west of Capital Knot City. Everything is thematic. Pick this delivery and accept the order. And we go in and pick a vehicle. And load everything onto the back. And pick head out. So we can, and then you play a little cutscene. Yes. Well and all right. No, normally when you run around, depending on the weight and distribution, there is a danger of slipping. Oh no, unless you're driving a vehicle. However, you will notice vehicles, while they work fine, there is one little challenge there as well. For some reason, this version of America looks like Iceland. And when I say it looks like Iceland, I do mean this looks like you're going out from Reykjavik and onwards to into the distance. So of course you mark your destination, you take a look at the map, and you figure out which direction you need to go to get there. And here somebody started to make a bridge, but they didn't quite know what they were doing. Maybe they did. So yeah. As you can tell, movement options are great and varied and interesting. And around the terrain there is a lot of stuff to interact with. Like here somebody has built a shelter and a restroom, which will randomly show up in other people's games as long as the connection is working. Now, like I mentioned, loot and materials are found all over the place, such as lost cargo, ceramics, this thing called the cryotes, which is some weird
there we go.
dead stuff substance. Oh yeah. But the thing is, to traverse this practically volcanic landscape as efficiently and as smoothly as possible, no matter what comes your way. In this case, it's mostly stones. Stones, 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 and stones. That is well and all. So for some reason, one of the design decisions that is a bit weird is that you have to collect these crystals that look like hands. That's well and all, but that comes with a little caveat, is that you need to hold down the square button. Then not only do you need to hold down the square button, right? Everything slows down doing this dramatic pickup animation. Oh yeah. And this is well and all. So now we're at this terminal here, and I can go and make delivery, confirm it. And you need to skip another animation, and the client start talking.
You always
And you get an achievement, and you get more materials. And then you get higher grade, which means more stats. And this menu takes ages to get past. And of course, this is the... Oh, and then you get interrupted by plot.
The junk dealer's got a new order that he'd like you to take on personally. Mind swinging by your shelter to pick it up when you can? Got a feeling it might.
And of course, Spiral Crystal Analyzer, right? Fragile cargo, then you select cargo. Accept order. You get the choice of what you want to fabricate. select load all and go confirm head out. Then you get another cutscene. Then comes the other part of the mechanics. Is trying to balance character, right? It is well and all. So, but this part of the gameplay loop is actually enjoyable because you can build zip lines and roads and bridges. And cargo catapults and what the hell not. So that part is working really, really, really well. On that part of the loop is lovely. Of course, now you're running out of battery. It means I need to activate this here. Cycle through the stuff I can make. Bridges, shelters, cargo thrower. I can build the generator. Because vehicles have durability and I have a battery, right? Oh, that's well and all. So then you have to wait for the thing to be assembled. Then it's assembled, then you wait for the battery to refill. Okay. And you also can do a wheelie, because, you know, why the hell not? Of course, this building uses a part of the bandwidth. Oh, and then you're making sure you don't stumble. Hey, get back here, cargo! Of course, walking through water is not a recommended thing to do. And the more heavy cargo you have, worse it gets as well. And then the baby starts to laugh. And the baby's happy. So one way to offload all of these issues is essentially go in here, and then you can act this, wait for him to put it out. Then you attach carrier. You can open the cargo menu. Take all of these things. And load onto the carrier. And a new bit of a cutscene. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. And then the baby starts complaining. And you start almost stumbling. I can slowly go into the cargo menu, which is taking a bit of ages. Right, and I can just load onto carrier, because this one can take a lot of weight. And I should have brought a repair spray. As one of the requirements for cargo is to avoid damaging it unnecessarily, you know? Yeah, yeah. Just scan the terrain to look for where you can actually cross. Yeah. Yes, notice that now that I have started doing the mission, suddenly everything starts to go floating down the river like poo. Like a poo in a pool. But the carrier is neat because it can carry a weight of 300. Ouch. Granted, you don't hit anything because physics. Everything here has a bit of momentum and durability and there are also different skeletons you can activate to enhance your performance. But yeah, water is also very damaging to cargo and bumping, and this stresses the baby out. Also, this thing here uses cryout. Is you use it for different sort of items. You need to research in order to increase efficiency.
Looks like a way through.
No, I am out of... now you see that I'm out of battery for my skeleton. Yeah, while I'm doing that, I might as well drink an energy drink. Then I can just, because for fun... The baby is laughing because I'm peeing. And then you grow a mushroom you can like. Because reasons. So the thing is, at the moment I have a speed skeleton activated. Because you gotta go fast. Now the child is happy and you gain more likes. Yeah. Essentially this is a Facebook. The Facebook experience, eh? New deliver. Then he is happy, and then you get a rank based on how much damage and all speed and all of that. And you get more likes and stars when it maxed out. And of course, then you need to go into the terminal again. And then I can share the memory chip data. Which is another animation. And then these men start talking, and you get some info stuff you can read on. Oh yeah, the carrier also has a secondary function. Just need to place it in the right spot. Then you can skate it. So you detach it, collect it, and offload it. And you go into the cargo menu. Auto arrange the cargo just to make weight distribution favorable as can be. You almost stumble. I see, I just wanted to collect my bike. No, I can see the weight distribution is terrible, so then you need to use the triggers to avoid that. And if you don't, you hold down the triggers, you will probably slide into the water and get pulled with the stream and lose all your cargo. For some reason, your legs do not recharge battery while you are on a bike, it seems like. It also has a battery thing, which is drained faster in water. So, needless to say, you do not want to be in water. And here, somebody has built a ladder. And apparently it didn't show up in the other person's game, so somebody has thought of the same thing. Now, of course, to make things simpler for yourself, it is totally within reason to build roads by delivering certain materials to terminals that expands on the road. And there used to be one, but then the end game happened, which drags out for way too frigging long. Yes, and then it conveniently destroyed everything I built. And yes, so we can make a lovely zipline network up in the mountains where there's snow you have to trudge through. But that's just it, right? Nothing wrong with that. However, it does get marginally more irritating the further along you go. Because, you know, roads are expensive. And as you can see, the terrain here is extensive. Oh, right, I'm now in a zone with dead people. This brings to the first big challenge of the game. It's a Kojima game, so you need to have stealth. And you have to be careful. So you do not get spotted. But as long as the baby is healthy and is not stressed out, will be fine. And this proximity sensor works quite well in that regard. But luckily you have blood grenades. So I can take the grenade, aim, and watch it just disappear. And turn into resources I can collect. So, now there is one to the left of me. Oh, there's one here in. If you stand still, it will become visible. And if we get caught, you have to fight for your life. By the souls of the lost and the damned. And if you get caught, you get taken to a taker, which is a boss. And if you get taken by that boss, you will cause a void out, causing this place to become a smoking crater. Oh, unless the things are made of gold, then you will be left with. But if they're made of gold, you will just have an instant game over. Sam himself just respawns. And I'll get a thumbs up by the baby, because I managed to escape hell itself. Here is a conveniently parked bike from another person's game. So I can just put everything on the back. I take this slightly soaked bike. So there comes another bit of a challenge, right? Everything has durability and rust and rain rusts. So against the beach things, of course, using the assault rifle is very wasteful. Here is the cargo catapult, because you can make traversal more fun and functional. But outside of having a zipline network, using bike is the better option.
Sizable haul, by the way.
And you keep getting more likes and and usually get an S rank. Getting more bandwidth so we can build more stuff. And you need to jump past all of these menus. Get a farewell.
Good work. New order.
And of course, that brings me to another bit of a challenge. Combat system itself is kinda whack. I've seen a little bit of it, but It's time to show you the other parts of it. Oh yeah, you can place around signs other people can interact with, giving people bonuses and such. So, since we're going away here, I can actually be a bit cheeky boy. Run back down here. Either take a bike. I'm gonna fabricate another one of these PCC. Load it, exit the menu. Hit this menu. Take a bike and just drive out of here because that's faster than running. Drive out of this area. I can select this. Hold on the trigger. And you realize that the anchor point is a bit too far away. Oh, and you can just fling up one here. Like I said, random stuff from other people's games will bleed over into this world. Vice versa. And some things that require resources, more people can connect. Of course, this is a bit further back in the story, about 2 weeks. So most of the map has been reset, and the post game is essentially you go back in time, then you you can do a handful of the missions over again. But you keep all the upgrades and equipment you've made. Now for the most awesome thing in the game. Zip lining. So yeah, you can totally just make a zipline network. You get around faster, making deliveries even more efficient. And yes, apparently there are some beach dead things around here. As you can see, it's raining. You see some strands hanging from the air. Oh, and everything, the timer stops. The game just inconveniently slows down and you get shivers. So, anyways, I was here to steal cargo from the cargo cultists. Oh, a ladder. Oh, convenient. So you can build pretty much as many ladders and such as you want. However, there's one caveat to that. They cost you can only build so many you can carry unless you cheat somehow and have infinite, but that's neither here nor there. Well, that requires a box. The gun, oh, that requires a box. Blood bags, well, not really, but you put them in the utility pouch. And so into cargo menu. Auto arrange the cargo, and then we leave the menu again. You see a bit of how the gameplay loop can be a bit clumsy. Oh yeah, and also because I can. I can just do silly things like that. As you unlock some cosmetics. So now I have the glasses of Gordon. Gordon Freeman. So, combat is a typical Kojima affair. You sneak around until you can't sneak anymore, and then it becomes stealth until there's not stealth anymore. So, for example, equip this strand here. Now he is pacified. See, that works just fine. It works really fine until the shooting starts. Finding all of these armored fools frolicking around. Ideally, you want to bag the whole camp. Don't being spotted. So you see, I have exactly 150 bullets. It doesn't really count for much, considering there are a couple of bosses in this game that requires a lot of require a lot of complications to beat. There are some literal firefights, and everything is a bit slow. So we're gonna switch over to this grenade. Well, then you need to equip and throw. Gonna switch over to the gun again. You need to do it like this. And if it's empty, you can drop it. You can't really reload it because printing more ammo is out of the question. Of course, you can't kill people, because that's gonna cause them to spawn into BT, and then the BT is gonna eat someone. It's gonna cause a void out, and you will have a non-standard game over. You can also switch the ammo type. As is, alright, so now pick up another box. Then you go in here and pick up another box. Hey.
Get a move on.
Luckily, I can just... Oh, until you start to stumble. No, it's... yeah. In here and... And do this, load onto the carrier. Oh yeah. So there's a couple of sequences during the game. There is music, but that's about it really. So there is no option to just turn off the in-game music. There's nothing wrong with the soundtracks, but I find it ironic how it's a Kojima game and you don't have a... And there is no Walkman, jukebox, and this sort of music player. And yes, if things get damaged, you take a repair spray and equip it, and you just squirt it all over the stuff. And it becomes fully restored, at least the box. The content inside the box, not so much. And here you can see the water is more than safe enough to wade through. If it's red, you're just gonna drown or become a floater. And that's not very fun. And here is just a cave. There are surprisingly few caves in the whole experience. This is one of the few I have visited. I should say, this isn't so much as a caves.
There we go.
And of course, physics is one of your main enemies. Climb up here, right? You can attach the carrier to open.
Let's get a move on.
I suppose we get out of the cave before loading it again. Make sure you don't stumble. I can stop. Turn around, open the cargo menu. Okay, what the hell, man? Enter your song. So yeah, if you need 1,000 metals, 3,000 metal to build something, well, then you better find a way to slowly but surely bring 3,000 metal. And a carrier usually works. It can be a bit clunky, a bit clumsy. And it's actually more fun just to ride it. And I just realized something. If I just go like this, right? There's only so much things you can put on top of this Jenga tower. You can go into the option menu, into the system menu, save, click OK. God damn it.
Let's get a move on. Okay.
Oh, carrier overloaded. I can technically come back to stuff later or entrust it to other players. Let's face it. The stumble mechanics becomes a bit moot when you can do this. So yeah, this is the cool aspect of the game. However, it's quite clearly that Kojima really loves games, but he also loves movies. And for every 10 minutes of gameplay it takes to get from A to B, there's another movie sequence. And when I say another sequence, I do mean some of the cutscenes can go on for almost an hour if you're not, depending on how much you skip and how patient you are. Gotta go.
Back, are you?
And you get more likes.
Good work. New order available. Please.
And you can go in here and take delivery, deliver the requested cargo, confirm.
Bye. Good work. New order available.
So you can always go in and recycle, for example, resin, ceramics. But I am stuck. But yeah, I don't have room for that. Oh yeah, I also had this bot I can order to deliver something. You accept it. I haven't gotten activated buddy bod activated yet, have I? No, I did, but then it got reset when the game went back to a previous state, allowing me to complete all the deliveries I didn't do before. Maximize upgrades and all of that stuff. Also these membership data.
Thank you for your
And
contribution.
you go into the menu again. So you can just accept it, and then this thing pops up and starts running. It's more clumsy if there are no proper roads. So you can always go into here to the shared space and just get rid of these materials. I honestly don't need them at the moment. Just place that one in there as well. Anchor, ladder. And you can do it like this. And you get an achievement for giving stuff. You can claim cargo. Recycle to get materials. Go to garage hangar. I can at least change the color scheme of the buddy bot. You can make another delivery. Yeah, I got the gist of it, eh? And no, I don't need another ladder. Can order another one of these. And of course, as Kojima is Kojima, get upgrades along the way. Load all. Really confirm it. And head out. Skip this cutscene. Skip this cutscene.
Have a pleasant journey.
So I need to go over here to reclaim some stuff. Not too hard difficult. And yes, I truly enjoyed using the bike. Here is a random mailbox somebody made. There is a private locker, and you can also into the shared locker and claim cargo people have placed in here. And I know that things are a bit less hairy. That's a get caught. And then begins the game. The world's most wicked floor is lava challenge. Oh, and yeah, and of course then the baby starts crying. It's not particularly hard. You just need to get outside of its area. And then you will be free from the pain of having to deal with the beach things in this area for a little while. And you need to go in here, and yes, you have this baby. You need to you have this baby connected to you. This baby allows you to see dead things. I know that the dead thing is the gone thing. You can always run over here and yeah. So of course all enemy encounters can be bypassed to some degrees unless they're mandatory by walking off the beaten path. Or you can just brute force them this way, making the whole stealth mechanics rather a moot point. Oh yeah, and if you drive over something, it's crushed. Which also is a lot that can be used as a weapon. Of course, these mules are a pain and a half in the butt. But the basic early game ones are actually easy enough to handle. And it's kind of dumb, really. If you just hit them in the right spot, they get knocked out. It makes Ebola a better weapon than assault rifle in most regards. And you know the little bastard is knocked out when he loses, when he falls unconscious. Oh yeah. And yes, the terrain gets more rocky the further into the experience you go. And now you can see the whole camp is crushed. This is always very convenient. And here somebody has been climbing over the mountain. I was thinking I could make this more convenient for myself. Yeah.
There we go.
You can have this buddy bot follow after you. Which means you can carry even more cargo.
Construction complete.
Now, let's see what's in the box. Right. So, now they can... Come on. Let's see here. Now I can activate this buddy bot and have it try to carry me onwards to the nearest. It is fun, but ultimately a bit slow and tedious. But hey, it's auto walking, and what you could consider an auto walking simulation. Yeah. You see, the buddy bot is not the most greatest navigator in the world.
Got the skin on my teeth.
But yeah, this is one of the ways to do it right. So if we go into the cargo, mate. Let's see, I'm sure I can use this. It's arrange a cargo. And if I want to, I can just pull the rest behind me. So this part of the game is a bit clumsy, but it's great. The part that really, really sucks is when you start having to deal with actual combat and a boss fight or two. Now you get more bandwidth, means you can then make more stuff. And more stuff is always good.
Good work.
And you gotta go into here again. And make a delivery.
I see why they say.
Yeah, so that's me ranting about Death Stranding for about an hour. Ranting, reviewing, rambling, whatever you want to call it. I have a Patreon, links down below, t-shirts and everything else. Goodbye.